Hi babes, it's Peta here from professionalbabe.com, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to find the good side of your face so you take flattering photos you love. Okay, so I'm not saying that like everyone has like a super pretty side and a super ugly side, but because our faces aren't perfectly symmetrical, if we were to sort of angle or tilt our head in one direction, so sort of say by looking to the left or looking to the right, there is one side of our face that's just going to be a little bit more flattering in photographs. So I've taken these tips out of my ebook called How to Look Like a Supermodel in Your Selfie, and what you'll be able to do by watching this video is to work out which is the most flattering side of your face so that you're going to be able to take selfies and photos that you love. Okay babe, so tip number one, and it's homework time. So what I want you to do is either head to your phone or head to your Instagram or Facebook, wherever you have lots of pictures or selfies of yourself, and take a look through. And obviously you're only going to post the ones you like, unless you're a little bit crazy like me and sometimes you like to post ones where you look terrible. I want you to sort of see if there's like a common side that you always post to. So have a look, and maybe you favor your left side in pictures, or maybe it's the right side, but have a look and that should give you a good indication as to which is your good side. Now, keep in mind that depending on, so when we have our phone, if we sort of have the selfie camera as opposed to the normal camera, actually I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm back with my phone. So I have an iPhone, and what I mean by the selfie camera is this little dude up here, and then the main camera, this little dude up here. So with the selfie camera, if you're looking at yourself, it's sort of like looking in a mirror, okay? So I find that when I take a selfie in the like normal iPhone camera, when it's taken, it actually flips the picture. So it looks like, rather than us looking in the mirror and how we see ourselves, it's how people see us, if that makes sense. Where if you take a picture in Instagram and a couple of other apps, it doesn't actually flip the image. So keep in mind as well that if the image flips, you might think it's your good side, it's your left side, when in fact it's your right. So like I said, take a look back, see if there are any pictures where you're like, I love this and I love this and I love this, and hey presto, they're on my left. And that should give you a good indication as to which is your good side. Tip number two. So an amazing photographer once told me that the most flattering side for your face in a photo is where the features are a little bit more upturned. And that just means like maybe the corners of the mouth or your eyes, your cheeks. And when I looked in the mirror, I could really see a difference from my left to my right side. So in pictures, my left is my most flattering side. Right, not so much, but we'll go into that a little bit later. And when I looked, oh, I just dropped my phone. When I looked in the mirror, I find that the left side, like the corners of my mouth, are a little bit more tilted up, and then on my right, it's a little bit more tilted down. Same with my cheek, and the same with my eye on this side. So the same thing for me, that when I look through pictures, I definitely favor my left side, and then when I look in the mirror, I'm like, okay, so the features are a little bit more upturned on my left side. So that's 2 points going to left, 0 points going to right. Okay, tip number three. You want to look at your face, not in a super critical way, but head to the mirror, have a look in your face, and look at the features that you absolutely love, and then look at the features that you don't like so much. So I know for me, I have a birthmark on my chin, which is another reason that I'll always tilt my head to the left, so you're looking at my left side. And sounds crazy, but hello, we all have a favorite eyebrow, and don't you argue with me because you know I'm right. And my favorite eyebrow is definitely my left eyebrow, so that's another reason that I'll tilt my head to the left. This is tip number four as well, which sort of ties in with this one. But like I said, if your face isn't perfectly symmetrical, which no one's is, so we're all in the same boat, but you have a slightly crooked nose, so my nose isn't completely straight, it does tilt a little bit to the left. This can make a big difference in photos if you're quite self-conscious about the size of your nose. So because my nose tilts to my left, when I position my face towards the right so that the camera is seeing the left, my nose is going to look a little bit, like not as long, it'll look a little bit narrower. And the reason being is because it's tilting to the left, the distance from here to, I guess, sort of my face is going to be shorter. Now, what happens when I then look to the left and then you see the right side of my face is because my nose is going this way a little bit, then from the bridge of my nose to my face is actually going to look quite longer. So in pictures, even though I don't think I have a huge nose, if I look towards the left so that you're seeing the right side of my face, it's actually going to give the illusion that I have quite a big nose. And I remember I went through this stage probably when I started modeling and I was like, which is my good side? And I would work with these sort of amateur photographers who I don't think really understood sort of key principles to taking flattering photos. And yes, just because someone's a photographer doesn't mean that they know what they're doing, which is why you need to take a good selfie. And I would always look at these pictures and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have the biggest nose ever. Why hasn't anyone told me? I want a nose job. And now it's like, no, I don't need a nose job. These were just really unflattering pictures. So I know that by tilting my head, so looking towards the right, that my nose is going to appear not so much smaller, but it's a more flattering angle. So I'm gonna get a picture that I absolutely love. Okay, babes, so hopefully you can apply these 4 tips to your selfies and photos. It's really easy to take a picture you love when you have a couple of elements in place, and one of those is definitely finding your good side. So I hope you've got that out of this tutorial. Wherever you're watching this in the world, I hope you have an amazing day, babes. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.